is calling, but you need healing now for all good reasons. The change is coming. Well, change is coming for all good.
In September 2011, Al Mayo began his training at the Connecticut Fire Academy, sponsored by the City of New London's fire department. Mr. Mayo was pulled from the academy by the City of New London 3 days prior to his graduation. The reason New London gave for his dismissal was that his grades were substandard. He was accused of writing words class of 48 in a fresh bed of cement, and as you will see in the report, and if you don't have a copy of the report, there's a copy over here. And we found out that his grades were actually 90% average. He was not the recruit that wrote in the cement. In fact, there was 2 incidents regarding cement. A white recruit finally admitted to writing in the cement. That recruit graduated and went on to become a firefighter in the state of Connecticut. Meanwhile, Coordinator D. Ford reported to the New London's fire chief the high probability that recruit Mayo was responsible, and based on that belief, and that although the defacing itself was not viewed as significant, there was no conclusive evidence as to who was responsible for the second incident. Some of the recruits jokingly suggested that the black guy did it. This is my opinion that helped fuel the perception that the black guy did it. Mayo was the only African American in a class of 48. Mayo's first day in the class, he went to put on his boots, and they were filled full of water. Now, if all the recruits' boots were filled with water, then that would not have been a problem. But if the only boots that had water in them belonged to the only African American in a class of 48, then that's when it becomes a problem. In that same class, of class of 48, a white recruit was caught cheating on a test by the same instructor, Instructor D. Ford. Coordinator D. Ford defended the recruit, stating his opinion that his behavior was so out of character for the white recruit. Coordinator D. Ford contacted the sponsoring fire chief and asked him how he wanted him to handle this problem. That chief indicated to him he wanted to give the recruit another chance to take the test over, and he was allowed to walk with his class to graduation. Well, Mr. Mayo did not have that luxury. Instead, he was ostracized, with lies coming out of the academy, and not once did the New London chief set foot in the academy to talk to his own recruit to hear his side of the story. Instead of, they believed everything they were told by Mr. DeFord and fired him 2 days before he graduated. It is wrong. The City of New London has destroyed this young man's family, and all he wanted to be was a New London firefighter. In closing, I would like to say that I am calling for the resignation of Mr. Ford. As far as the fire chief that gave the young recruit a pass for cheating on the test, the town should have him removed along with the recruit. As to Mr. Mayo, the City of New London has taken the position they are acting on information from the academy in which they base their decision. Well, now you have the truth. If the City of New London believes that truth shall set you free, then set Mr. Mayo free. Make him whole and give this young man his job back. In the report, you'll see that one of the reasons why New London decided to fire Mr. Mayo was because he made a gesture to the cameras about throwing his finger up at the camera, which all the kids in the academy was doing it. So, you know, Mr. Mayo admitted doing it. You have one kid in uniform doing it. There's one laying on a bed throwing his finger up. Here's one grabbing his crotch. I've did it in high school too. I'm probably sure everybody has. Here's one throwing his finger up. So the point I'm trying to make is everybody was doing that, but you singled him out for this reason. First you said it was his grades. We put a hole in that, 90% average. Then you said about the cement. They didn't prove that, but you said a report to the City of New London say he most likely did it. Try taking that into court. Where are you going with that? He most likely did it. You got to be kidding me. This is what, they messed this man's life up. They messed his name up for some bull, because that's what it was, pure bull. And I wouldn't have ever jumped on his bandwagon if I didn't think he was right. Now you say his license. He got a speeding ticket. Everybody that got a speeding ticket in this room here, raise your hand. That's sad, guys. That is sad. And when you become a firefighter in any municipality, to drive a fire truck, you don't just drive a fire truck. It's a promotion to be able to drive a fire truck. You got to go through all kind of stuff just to be able to get on that truck. They're wrong. We've put a hole in everything they have said. Now it's time to say to Mr. Mayo, we were wrong, and get a man his job back.